Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the TV show and the TV podcast. I'm going to be reading one of my latest essays and also afterwards giving the context behind the essay and what I was thinking as I wrote it and what actually had to be removed. Let's go. Today's essay is titled Portfolio Success Equals Confidence. Let's begin. They can shoot a basketball with decent form. They can throw and catch a football, often better than most boys. They can write with power and vulnerability, step on stage, and share their truth with a room full of people. They can draw, paint, shoot, and edit. I'll stop there. They can do so much so well at such a young age. This is my daughter's portfolio of success. This is how I developed them into confident young ladies that the world sees today. Almost all kids have this crazy, unrealistic confidence at an early age that they can do anything. They scream, "Me too, me too." My girls are no different. So I leverage this little fact to the moon. A lot of the kids lose the "me too" belief. It breaks my heart. I thought to myself, what are things that all adults wish they could do but swear they can't? I'm not insert skill or desire here. What if I introduce to them all these life skills early on in life? What if they become competent at all of them through practice while expectations are very low? Their confidence and self-esteem would skyrocket, right? They would believe they can learn anything and do anything. I imagine conversations with 30-year-old versions of their future selves. I could see them questioning their ability to learn, insert new skill set in 2040. Well, then I would just have to pull out their portfolio of success. Oh, baby, let me remind you of all the skills you have possessed since you were a little girl. So to me, the motivation with this particular post is the thought that went into this particular post was a ton. There was a lot of thinking going on because the core message I wanted to get across was how I was able to build their confidence and their self-esteem, which I think every child has. Every child has is crazy belief that they can do anything and be anything, right? They don't know any better, that nobody's told them that they can't. The world does eventually, or they find out that they can't dunk a basketball, or they can't go to the moon, or they can't do something, right? That's fine. However, I believe that if you teach kids at an early age enough little things here or there, that you can build their confidence. Because ultimately, one of the biggest tips that you hear all the time is if you want to be confident, or if you want to learn something new, just be confident. Just be confident. I hear it all the time. No matter what you do or what you try, it inevitably requires some form of confidence. Confidence in just putting yourself out there, to go to dance class, to learn how to draw, to learn to paint, to learn any new skill. And it's just be confident, especially if it's a social type of event and engagement or skill. Just be confident. I think it's a load of crap. A lot of the kids that are confident have it because maybe I believe they're being nurtured to be confident, to try things and not have their ego crushed because they're told that they can't. So I figured, since my children have that same desire, what can I do to nurture it? How can I increase it? So I looked at everything I could imagine, like just throwing a football or a frisbee. Well, let me go back to football. To me, I don't expect them to play football, but I wanted them to have good hand-eye coordination, and I wanted them to not be intimidated by boy things, by a football, by a baseball, by basketball, hockey. I didn't want them to be intimidated, so at the very least, I wanted them to be able to throw a football, and both of them can. The older one actually can throw a pretty nice tight spiral, which is crazy to me. They both can catch. The young one, not coincidentally, the young one can catch better than she didn't even realize how good she was at catching, how good her hand-eye coordination was. We've been working on different little games, frisbee, football, basketball, to catch. We've been working on those to increase her hand-eye coordination. Not too long ago, we were at the park and we're playing, and we play with the football. She's not crazy about it. I mean, she's older now, so she's like, football, yuck. But I couldn't help but notice how much she became more enamored with it once we were throwing the football and she found herself actually catching it. It was the craziest little moment, but she kept on consistently. It wasn't even luck. Catch, catch, catch. And it was because when she was younger, she had built that confidence and that hand-eye coordination to be able to catch it. Well, I try to do that in other aspects, everything that you can think of. Another one where I put a lot of work in, and it will have its own essay and it will have its own video, is taking them to do spoken word poetry, taking them to Dallas Youth Poets to become better writers, to become better performers, and actually allude to that at the beginning of this piece, where I talk about how they can perform, they can write, and they can do so with a lot of power. They're able to build the writing skills and become prolific and proficient at it, as well as being able to perform it. One of the biggest fears that most adults have is being able to speak in front of people, public speaking, right? Almost everyone is scared out their mind to speak in public, including myself. I had to work at that diligently to be able to become, like, even just do this. But doing spoken word allowed them to build those skills when they were young and when the stakes were low and the pressure was low, to where now they can do it pretty well. They still get nervous. Please don't get me wrong. My kids aren't perfect. They're actually pretty bratty sometimes. They get on my nerves. They scream at each other. They're always fighting. They're kids. But they were able to build these skills and develop them at a young age because I allowed them to kind of go out there and do them. So I don't anticipate public speaking being an issue moving forward. But I kept on doing this with so many things so I could build their portfolio of success, so I could stuff it with all these memories, and their confidence would be through the roof. But also knowing that inevitably life will get in your face and it will punch you, will kick you, and you will start to have that self-doubt. I'm not a fool. I know that that's still there and that's going to come up. So I want to hook all these memories to be hookable to where when they are older and they're questioning whether they can learn this, that, or whatever, or questioning or having self-esteem issues, I can refer back to all these memories throughout their life of all the things that they've accomplished, even before they knew that there was limitations and there were things they could not do or should not do, I suppose. I want to be able to have these things to then show them when they're older and questioning what to do next because they don't know what to do, or if they have the capacity, capability, the skill set to be able to do it. To me, it's important. And that way, when they have to have confidence, it comes internally and it comes from a place of assuredness. They know that they can do it. They've done it throughout their life and they'll do it again. That was what was going on when I was putting this together. Thank you very much for tuning in again to the podcast, to the video, to wherever you're tuning in. I appreciate you very much. Make sure to subscribe if you're on YouTube, like this video, or click on the link over here for another video essay if you're interested in that. If you're on the website, make sure to subscribe to the newsletter. Do whatever you have to do to stay in touch. Thank you for visiting. I appreciate you very much. Have a great day, and until next time, bye-bye.